is Narese Nora, and I'm born of Namusansula. My village is Namusansula. After Chisoba, there is another village on the other road. After Chisoba, Namusansula, Ndeje. So when I talk about that, I'm at home here. And my father is the late Stephen Kalinzi, and my mother is Mrs. Margaret Namutebi Kalinzi. I started my studies at Ndeje Junior School. Okay? At Ndeje Junior School, I must be having some hobbies and oggies here. So that was 1982, before the war. That's when I started school, and I was there for 1982 and 1983 for primary 1 and 2. So when the war disturbed us, we migrated and went to Kampala, and immediately we reached Kawempe. We were enrolled in the school called Kawempe Church of Uganda Primary School. That was 1984 and 1985. That's when I was there for primary 3 and 4. I want you to know the person who is talking before you. Okay? So immediately after the war, in 1986, we came back at our village, Namusansula. But we were harbored at Nalinya Rwantale Girls School because we didn't have shelter. Everything was destroyed. So we stayed there, and we were enrolled for school at Ndeje Dam School. Do I have oggies and hobbies here? From Ndeje Dam School? You are most welcome. So that was 1986 up to 1988 when I sat for primary 7. This is where I wanted to reach. In 1989, I joined St. John's SS Nandere. And by then we used to call it Nandesco. I don't know how you call it these days. But we liked our school so much. And we were in a day with my colleagues, very many of them, who could walk very early. By 5:30, we start on the journey. From Namusansula, Ndeje, Kabuye, we gather and we move in a group through very thick forests to Nandere here. And we could bypass the, how do you call them, the skeleton of people, the skulls along the way. But we managed to walk for 3 years. Our head teacher by then organized that at least when you reach S4, you come and sleep within the school. So for 3 years, we were walking up to this school, Nandesco. So I was here from 1989 to 1992 when I completed S4. We were many, and I was showing Madam Chomugisa my class. So I was so happy when I was invited to talk to the students from my school, from my home, from my village here. So during our stay here, we enjoyed the school, as I have told you. And I was asking Madam Chomugisha whether this block, the other old building, is still a main hall. We used to have the kadanke from that hall. We could dance. I don't know whether these days they give you the kadanke. But we used to dance up and down. And the organizers were there. Then during our stay here, we used to do a lot of gardening. All this place was full of cassava and sweet potatoes and maize. We could grow and then harvest and eat and feed on that food. So when they tell you to go and cultivate some food, it is not for bad, it is for good. and for your own good. So after S4, but before that, in my S2 December holiday, I started working with UNEB as a compound sweeper, cleaner, because they were marking exams from there. Okay? So I started working such that I can also support myself. In S3, I was promoted to the post of office attendant in December, so they could send me here and there. After S4, during my vacation, I was promoted to become a checker, UNEB. Some of these things maybe you have not heard about, but there is something, I'm building a story. Because my head teacher told you that he invited a person who has a story for you. Okay? So I was a checker, and during that period, I'm now relating, I have started relating to our topic, purpose in life. Okay? Purpose in life. During S4, I shared my purpose. During that holiday, December holiday, I shared my purpose with the OC checker, the officer in charge of checkers, and that was Mr. Chagabadan. So I told him that I have been here for some years. I started as a sweeper, office attendant, now a checker. I want to become an examiner. So the man told me, if you want to become an examiner, go and do a teaching course. Immediately you finish, I will enroll you as an examiner. Are you listening? So I was motivated by that. I went back home and shared my purpose with my parents. My parents had a different version because they wanted me to be a nurse, and started teaching at Nali Nyarwantale Girls Primary School. Do you know that school? Do we have Oggies and Obbies? Yes. That is so nice. And that's when I started teaching there. I taught starting from August 1995, 1996, I applied to become an examiner, and without resistance, I was given the post. I started marking UNEB when I was still a young girl, very energetic. We did a lot of work for UNEB. And I remember in 2004, I was promoted to the post of senior examiner. So they could complain those who were aged, old, but because of our performance, we were able to be promoted. And I didn't stop there, because these people, these officers, kept on encouraging us to go back for further studies. So in 1999, I went back to National Teachers College in Kozi for my diploma. Okay? I got that diploma, and in 2004, I went back for my degree at Kampala University. In 2014. Now, that is my background. Work experience, I have been telling you some of the parts. That I grew up in a very humble family. Typical farmers. We could depend on coffee and growing other food crops.